Hey, good evening, everybody. Blitzball Champ is back here once again with a brand new video here on the U to the Tube. All right, week 7 of this NFL season. So, week 7 matchup for the Carolina Panthers. They are going to be traveling on the road to New Orleans to play the Saints and yet another NFC South divisional game. So, let's get started. ESPN matchup predictor says 69.9% chance the Saints win and a 29.8% chance Panthers win and a 0.2% chance of a tie. Looking at injuries, at the injury status, so we had a few people that did not practice. John Miller on the offensive line, dealing with an ankle injury. And Rasul Douglas, he didn't practice, but thankfully it's not injury related. Of course, we know Justin Burris and Keith Kirkwood are on IR. I believe Kirkwood injured his clavicle, if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And Justin Burris, I believe, has a rib injury. So, we had a couple of limited practices. Dante Jackson, Zach Kerr, Curtis Samuel. Zach and Dante dealing with toe injuries. Curtis Samuel dealing with a knee injury, which, Curtis Samuel didn't play in the Bears game, which was a pretty big loss. We had Mike Davis, Trenton Cannon, and Eli Apple all full practice. We have Trent Scott and Joey Sly that are currently on the reserve list slash exo crisis list. Okay. To give my thoughts on this, now remember, last season we were 0-2 against the Saints. The Saints are still very much a threat in the NFC South. As long as they got Drew Brees, as long as they got Alvin Kamara, Cameron Jordan, Michael Thomas. Although I heard that Michael Thomas didn't practice, so he might be out for this game. Might be out for this game. But still, this is a tough team, as usual. When you have Drew Brees as your quarterback, dangerous. Alvin Kamara, Emmanuel Sanders. He's been playing great since they acquired him. Is another compliment to Michael Thomas. Jared Cook. And like I said, defense. Cameron Jordan. Janoris Jenkins. They can do some damage on defense now. Malcolm Jenkins. The Saints are a threat. And there's a reason why they're a threat. Unfortunately, injuries are starting to pile up little by little for Carolina. And even if Michael Thomas is not able to play, they're still going to be tough to stop on defense. Now, taking a look at Carolina's offense, they really, really struggled in the Bears game. They gave up 4 sacks. The offensive line has to get back on track. And I know it's going to be tough. Because like I said, the O-line's hurting some. So hopefully they can get back on track. I believe that the core of this offense starts with the offensive line. I feel like as long as Bridgewater, Teddy Two Gloves, has time, he'll make the right decision. Um, Definitely has to do a little bit of a better job delivering the ball in this game. I know there were a couple of drops in the previous game, but there were some throws he could have made better. Um, there's no telling when Christian McCaffrey will be back. They say potentially the Falcons' second meeting, maybe a week afterwards. But Carolina's hanging in there. They're 3-3 right now, so there's still hope to get back on track, even leading up to McCaffrey's return. But this is going to be a very tough game, especially with it being a division game. It's going to be tough. Right now, Carolina's 1-1 in the division, with a loss to the Bucks and a victory over the Falcons. But this is still a tight race in the NFC South, and even though the Bucks are on top for now, still anybody's division. Um, Now, as far as the Carolina defense, we cannot have another game, especially a game like this. We cannot have a game with no sacks. If you give Drew Brees enough time, this is an elite, high level quarterback. You cannot give Brees time. He will make you pay. The D line needs to 1,000,000% show up in this game. They need to get to the quarterback this game. We cannot let this game get away with no sacks. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Carolina has already had 3 games without a single sack. This is unacceptable. Carolina's D line needs to get pressure. I mean, if they got to throw a linebacker in there or something like that, so be it. They need to get to Drew Brees in this game, without question. Otherwise, the Saints offense is going to just run and pass all over the Carolina defense. Plain and simple as that. Now, while the defense did do a good job of stopping the run against the Bears, they're going to be challenged yet again, especially with a combination of Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara. They're going to be challenged. They're going to be really, really challenged. So stopping the run is a priority. Passing game. This is going to be interesting because if Dante Jackson's not going to be able to go, and we already know that Burris is out, I mean, no, Troy Pride Jr. is probably going to have to get the nod, and I know for strong safety, I know they have Kenny Robinson, who's a safety, rookie safety, but yeah, I'm not too sure how they're going to rectify that. Somebody's really going to have to step up at that strong safety position. I don't know who will be the best fit, but I know Jeremy Chin can play safety. He's very versatile, but it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough. They're going to have to figure something out. So I'm hoping that Dante Jackson will be able to play, but this defense is hurting. This defense is hurting. But not to mention, I wonder who we're gonna have kicking. Like who's gonna kick? I mean, if Sly is out, who's gonna kick? So yeah, this is gonna be a tough game, a very very tough game. Let's just keep it real. But my keys to this game for Carolina to win on offense, offensive line has to get back on track. They've done pretty good throughout the year, but they got to get back on track. They gave up 4 sacks in that Bears game. They need to get back on track. If they can get back on track, the offense can get rolling again. I truly believe that. So the offensive line needs to get back on track. Secondly, the Carolina defense, the defensive line has to get pressure. And when I mean pressure, they need to get sacks in this game. They've had too many games where they haven't gotten a single sack. The D line needs to step up and get some sacks. I don't care who's on that D line. I don't care who is on the opposing team's offensive line. Carolina's defense needs to get some pressure on Drew Brees, needs to get some sacks. You cannot give Brees any time, or he will make you pay. All those that have been watching the NFL know what Drew Brees is capable of. Let's not give him a chance to showcase that. And third, if no Burris, possibly no Dante Jackson, who's going to step up and make plays on Carolina's secondary? Who's going to step up and make plays? Plain and simple as that. Who's going to step up and make plays? So that's pretty much all that I have. Like I said, this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a really tough game. But I feel like if they can do those key things, they can get back on track and get a victory, another division victory. But anyway, that's all that I have. Let me know your thoughts, comments. What do you think your keys are for Carolina to get a victory? How do you think this game will go? But yeah, thank you so much. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Everybody has a blessed evening.